I'm so naughty, naughty, baby, please can you call me? I do bad, oh, and you are sexy. There is no time, oh, baby, let's get naughty. Me, I no send, oh, wait till they tell me. I told you now, what me feature, I don't go lie. You make my people show your eyes. You are my girl. You are my girl. I don't go lie. You make my people show their eyes. You are my girl. You are my girl. I'm so not. I'm so not. Baby, please can you call me? I'm so not. I'm so naughty, naughty, baby, please.
More music at nigerloaded.com.
This is BVI International Europe. We are about to start our show for today, but meanwhile you keep enjoying some good vibes.
It's Mikey E on the beat.
Hey, this one na Sara Sara. The beat is tana tana. We go make you manya manya. Ines is manya manya. Oh yeah, make you ricotta, mama Africa, ricotta, hey. Make you dance, yeah. Everybody ricotta, mama Africa, ricotta, hey. Make you dance, yeah. This one na Sara Sara. The beat is tana tana. We go make you manya manya. Ines is manya manya. This is for people with chalacha, hey. People with kalaka, hey. Nandi walanya, hey. Nandi kalanya. It go make you feel better. This can take away palava. This can take away wahala. It go make you feel Niger. Oh yeah, let's go to Kenya, Rwanda and Tanzania. No go Cameroon, Niger, Ghana, Southern Sudan. Oh yeah, make you ricotta, mama Africa, ricotta, hey. Make you dance, yeah. Everybody ricotta, mama Africa, ricotta, hey. Make you dance, yeah. When you Sara Sara le, oh Sara Sara le, make you dance, yeah. Oh Sara Sara le, mama Africa, Sara Sara le, make you dance, yeah. This one not die, yo. If you dey dance am easy, make you no fight, oh. Hey, you go forget your sorrow. Makachuku, you go buy and play for your mother. Hey, this one na Sara Sara. The beat is tana tana. We go make you manya manya. Ines is manya manya. This is for people with chalacha, hey. People with kalaka, hey. Yeah, nandi walanya, hey. Nandi kalanya. It go make you feel better. This can take away palava. This can take away wahala. It go make you feel Niger. Oh yeah, let's go to Zambia, Uganda, South Africa, Togo, Cameroon, Burundi, also Benin Republic. Hey, oh yeah, make you ricotta, mama Africa, ricotta, hey. Make you dance, yeah. Everybody ricotta, mama Africa, ricotta, hey. Make you dance, yeah. When you Sara Sara le, oh Sara Sara le, make you dance, yeah. Oh Sara Sara le, mama Africa, Sara Sara le, make you dance, yeah. You man in the go for Sara Sara le, play for mama Sara Sara le, make you dance, yeah. Ukona Sara Sara le, ndi bonile Sara Sara le, make you dance, yeah.
You are still tuned in to BVI International Europe. with me here, Nwachukwu Emmanuel, on the microphone. You keep enjoying yourself with these lyrics while we still getting ready to start the program for tonight. We are here and we continue to be here even to beyond when Biafra is gotten, because we have taken the oath of office to be the voice of our people and to give them also the voice. We have to be here every day to shout, to cry, and to agitate for our freedom. This BVI is established to give the Biafran people the voice and to create awareness among our people, and also to extend it to our friends and to the rest of the world. It is our duty to do the job of raising our voice ourselves. We don't expect nobody to do it for us. Nobody is going to do it for us, but we are going to do it alone. And collectively, united, we are going to do the best that we can to make sure that we achieve that Biafra, because it must come. We are going to shout to the international community, start to recognize that we are shouting. We know that they know it, and also we know that they are pretending not to be hearing us. But as long as God gives us the grace, we are continuing our efforts to make sure that our voices are heard and that our quest will be granted. There's nothing else we are looking for, there's nothing else we are saying than to give us Biafra. Everybody can bear us witness that the experiment that we have been locked into by being part of Nigeria has not worked out and cannot work out. We have been in this very experiment for many decades. We have been suffering, we are dying, we are being bombed, we are being molested. We are being deprived of our own rights, even human rights. We struggle to obey and to abide by the rules of Nigeria as a nation because we have no choice. But heaven and earth can bear us witness that enough is enough. There is no way you can do something that you cannot, or continue to pretend that you will survive in a situation that by and large there is nothing you can do about it. BVI International is a voice to call on the world to recognize who we are, to notice us, to come to our aid in any way possible. The British, the America, the Germans, the France, the Belgium, the Switzerland, from Asia, from China, everywhere, even part of our African nations, we call upon all the whole world to go back and listen to the history stories and see the history books, what they are saying about Biafrans, how far we have come to be a people, and how far we have been struggling to survive as a people. Everybody can bear us witness that it has not been easy. Everybody can bear us witness that we are tortured. Everybody can bear us witness that our rights are being taken away from us. We are fighting for a right that we are supposed to be enjoying. What belongs to us is what we are now begging for. But at the same time, we are not hesitating, we are not relenting, we are not going to drop down our efforts in still begging if that's what they want us to do. If they want us to fight it, if they want us to beg it out, in any way they want us to do any possible behavior they want us to behave in, as much as Biafra will come, we are ready for that. And every Biafran men and women can bear me witness that we are equal to any task, no matter how that will actualize Biafra for us. Meanwhile, before we start our show tonight, we are still begging you, brothers and sisters, to bear with us as we continue to give you some good vibrations that will keep you relaxed, all your bones stretched, and give you the perfect condition you need for this evening's program. We are BVI International Europe. We are online. You can get us through our website www.bvi-europe.de.tl. You are also get us on our second website www.bvi-germany.de.tl. You can also go to our radio Biafran Voice International main website, and you will also receive our broadcast from there. We are also on YouTube. If you type in BVI-Europe in YouTube, you will be able to receive the broadcast. You will be able to be part of us. You will be able to assess what we are doing and all efforts to restore this very movement and to make sure that our country come to be. BVI International is the online platform for all Biafrans all around the world to be able to get the news you need for the unification, for the upright and the forward movement of the Biafran struggle. We have structures everywhere. We have succeeded in building a government. We have succeeded in having a policy that will guide and protect the Biafran men and women within the time of this struggle. We are making all possible efforts to stretch our hands in friendship to lands and the countries in the international community. We are finding it possible to stretch our hands to the United Nations. We find it possible to take Nigerian government to court. We do all these things because we are a registered and legal institution. We have built the backbone and the structural background by which a nation can stand. And we only need our brothers and sisters around the world to come and join the struggle. At the same time, we need the international community to please hear our cry in whichever way they are going to make it a reality for the Biafran men and women to please do so. You have seen it yourself. The evidences are overwhelming. The proofs are scattered all over. For anybody who wishes to see, to know that the Biafrans have nothing in common with the Nigerian. The Biafrans have no religious bindings. The Biafrans has no cultural bindings. The Biafrans has no social bindings, lifestyles, language, anything you can talk about that can relate people with people. We don't have these bindings with the Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani that they put us together. And we have enough population to be our own people. We have enough strength to be able to do our job. We have enough intelligence to be able to rule ourselves. We have prevailed right from the onset of the world that we are a people standing on our own and our own. We have always shown that courage to know that we can stand and we can rule ourselves. At the same time, God has blessed us with natural resources that will ever help every nation to live. We have people, we have men, we have intellectuals, we have educated men and women of all sorts. We have hand workers, we have scientists, engineers, we have all kinds of people in Biafra land. And we are ready to be able to show our strength, our determination. And that is what we are doing as at this time. BVI International is here to help create that awareness in the heart of our people, in the heart of our friends, in the heart of all nations of the world. We want you people to wake up to your responsibilities, to give the countries that need freedom the freedom they deserve. The people that are staying together or living together in one region that are not meant to be, all those artificial borders that are created to be dissolved and give the people the right to live as freely and healthy as they're supposed to, which Biafran men and women are one of such people that deserve such freedom. Brothers and sisters, BVI International, we are here, and we are strongly here, and we all continue to be here till the time Biafra is gotten and beyond. So brothers and sisters, as we continue to wait for time to commence the show officially, we continue to rock you with music.
Oh, yo, yo, I don't come, I don't show. Stand to your feet and dance here for me, yeah. Oh, yo, yo. Try. Everybody see, as God done wear me a brand new coat. Make una come follow me celebrate. Everybody make una dey shout, oh yo yo, oh yo yo, yeah. See, me I don't come with my kind of flow. J Martins don't come elevate. People they see me they shout, oh yo yo, oh yo yo, yeah. Should I go to a place me lift me they make me they shine like this, yo. Everybody say, oh, see, my brother.
BVI International Germany. We are all here and we are all eyes and ears on the ground. BVI International, BVI International Europe. We are strongly working and we are moving forward. Our job to bring awareness of Biafran to the rest of the world, to bring ourselves closer the world we know the people we are, that we have been existing before the time of Nigeria, that we have been there, that we are going to continue to be there. It is our duty to tell our stories ourselves. This is BVI International. Stand by because we are about to begin the show for today. As we start, we would like you to be our audience, to be able to participate on this very program, because it is all about you and me. We are all on this together, and it's our work together.
Give me that thing that give me the light, give me that push, give me that Batman thing, give me that push, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me the light, give me that push, give me that Batman thing, give me that push, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me the light, give me that push, give me the Batman thing, give me that push, give me that thing that blow
fire straight to my heart, so that's my heart desire. You got me climbing higher than the bush Khalifa. So anytime I come by the mic and then I hear what I speak, then it goes straight to your soul and make you move your feet. The girl I sing my song like a vocalist, Money heal her soul like a therapy. Ice party touch from me, I'm gonna burn the job. Done with the Genesis, go here comes the Exodus. Money on deck, so the vibe is soon effect. So light me, another one I roll up the next step. High, the love was for me like the bad guys do. I heard it high grade, well me too. So like pick up and just pass it through. Let it high, the love was for me like the bad guys do. I heard it high grade, well me too. So like pick up and just pass it through. Give me that, 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 give me that. Give me that, 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 give me that. Give me the light, give me that push, give me that bad man thing, give me that push, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me that thing that blow my mind. Give me the light, give me that push, give me that bad man thing, give me that push, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me that thing that blow my mind. Give me the light, give me that push, show my fuck, but show my fuck, and I cool. If you don't give it to me, I'm my cool. I know you ain't fun, but I'm your tambo cool. Bado, respect to Bob Marley. All the girls in Jamaica won't want me. Respect to fella cool, see me no play with my claro, now my dudes. Girls them one jump on me cock like a bike. Some of them want spit on it like a mic. Some of them want blow me like a dynamite. They want chop my gala like it's gala night. I'm a criminal, so I tell them to bust it. Please, tell me why you really want me. Is it because I'm jumping on a trap with ice cream? Give me that push, give me that bad man thing, give me that push, give me that blow my mind, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me that push, give me that bad man thing, give me that push, give me that thing that blow my mind, give me that thing that blow my mind. Chopsticks, they got me high, they got me bad. I'm a switch in the building. Bad man thing, yeah. We on the fam, yeah. They call me Ice Praise about it. And tonight I've got some bad man in the building. Bad man, them, you know. Everybody say, if you like it, good day. If you like it, bad day. Anything when you do for this life, my brother, not for your head, though. This one not true story, oh. J. Martin, that's my yard. Anyhow, when we request the go, I saw the people, them are mental, oh. If you get the money, you don't get it. I saw some people go to bed, say. If you talk, you don't talk, they go say you to talk. Make we just stay jolly, they go. Them mama, them papa, make you know hear me, well, well, okay. Who God has blessed, no one can know. Everybody say that we cannot be the same.
Good evening, brothers and sisters of Biafra. Good evening, wherever you are watching us or listening from. We have officially opened this very day broadcast. Today, the 10th day of October 2014. We are happy to be with you always. We are happy that you are always listening to this program because it's an educative program to us all about Biafra. Every day our duty is to come up on broadcast to see that we communicate with our brothers wherever they are and give them the opportunity, the chances to bring their voice forward for any important use for the Biafra movement. There's nothing else we are doing here. We are not running any church organization. We are not running any company organization. We are not running any other form of organization, but what we are doing here is to create our awareness to what concerns us most, what is most in heart to every man and woman of Biafra. We are a people that have been existing long time ago, and that we all want to restore. We want it to be the way it has ever been, that we have always been a nation. We want to always continue to be what we have from the beginning of creation been. What was taken away from us 100 years ago is what we wish to retrieve. And it's our right, it is our goal, and it is the only thing that is going to give us freedom of heart, justice, and peace to live. We as human beings can only be fulfilled if we can be able to have a place we call our home. Like we all have seen it, I have been saying it time without number, Nigeria was only an experiment, and we all can see that this experiment has not worked out. So that is why we are here every day to shout to the world, to cry to the world, to plead to the world that that experiment is killing us, that experiment is perishing our people, that experiment is not working with the people they united us with. And as such, we want to make it abundantly clear to the rest of the world that we are on our quest to retrieve what was taken away from us 100 years ago. That is our land, that is our nature, who we are. We are not begging to belong to any other organization or nation or formation, but the formation that has been long existing before even the formation that we are being conquered into. We are Biafran people. We have our way of life. We have our way of prayers. We have our way of food. We have our way of clothing. We have our way of farming, and we have our way of trading. We also have our way of reasoning. That what makes us the people we are. And there's no other thing we can bear. There's no other people we can be than the Biafra we are. We plead on the world, we cry to the world, we ask the world to please do it for us, no matter whichever way you can do it. When people look back to the country of Nigeria, everybody can bear us witness that that is not what a country is supposed to be. The Boko Haram has made our case very, very simple. The occurrences in the country Nigeria has made it very, very easy for us to argue our case and argue it with faith and with hope. We have a problem as a people living under the territories of Nigeria. The international community sees this very well. They know it very well. They know how it started. They know when it started. Some of them are also supporters of what is happening in Nigeria today. Some of them are also in support of the humiliation that we are going through. Not necessarily because they like it, but because of how human being has turned the sense of reasoning to be. Anything that has to do with money, anything that has to do with resources, anything that has to boost economy of a nation is what they approve to. They don't seem to look at how it intimidates others. They don't seem to look at the debt that comes out of what they are doing. They seem to do it just for economic reasons. But we, the Biafrans, will stand firm and continue to express ourselves, to continue to make the world understand that we are being oppressed. No matter what they think they are gaining from Nigeria, it does not worth the life of our people that are being wasted. No matter what you think, any agreement you have with a nation that have the right or uses that right to oppress its own people, or the people who are forcefully held down by them, that form of economic achievements does not worth it. The world should please be able to justify themselves what is normal for humans to do and overlook the lives of humans. It is spilling out everywhere in the world. And that is why even in this very Western world, in the Arab world, there is no peace all around the world. It is because of the greed in the heart of the people, the envy in the heart of people, the jealousy in the heart of people. Not only the Biafrans, but this is a sickness around the whole world. And that is why also we are now suffering it all in another dimension, in the dimension where we are being opposed, we are being minimized, we are being subjugated to poverty and torture because of people who have their economic, who have economic gains from our country. Therefore, they support the maltreatment, not minding, not fearing how the people that lives or owns that country are being governed. That is why the BVI is here. That is why the Biafran women and women gather around us every day. That is why the rest of the world continue to hear the voice of our station crying to the rest of the world to say, please, we are a people, we are peaceful people, we want our freedom. We are here every day, we are here every night, we are here at any time that we have the time to do so. We will be there, here till Biafra comes and beyond. We will be here to shout, to cry, and to create that awareness. BVI International is not to create awareness among Biafrans, but to the rest of the international community. That is why it is important for anybody wherever you are, be you Biafran, be or not. The Biafrans, you should do all you can to be able to further this our awareness to people who are not even Biafrans, because we need supporters from all around the world. We need people to understand who we are, to be aware about the torture and the very, very intimidation we are living through. We are not the only people in the world. There are so many other people that are indigenous people. So many indigenous people fighting for freedom everywhere in the world. And we know reasons why a lot of them are being suppressed. They are not allowed to raise their heads. They are not allowed to gain their freedom because they are being oppressed by a certain colonial master, either appointed colonial masters or by way of the region creation. There are a lot of indigenous people around the world who are fighting for their freedom, just like the Biafran men and women today. And we have to support them too in everywhere we can, give our own support, show our own examples, and learn also from their own examples. We have to look around to see the various means by which people are looking for their own freedom. We have to emulate good examples that are being served by people around the world. We have to try to do all it takes for us to make our own ways, our own line very disciplined so that we can achieve our aim. We are here to create awareness to the global community. We are here to create awareness to our Biafran men and women. The Biafran we are looking for now is important that our people understand that it's not a Biafran that some set of people just wake up one day and try to become heroes. The time have passed when people really wanted to do that, although they failed. Who wanted to wake up to ask for Biafra when there was no reason, although there has always been reason for us to ask for that land. But as long as we can also testify, there have been times when it was quiet and somebody or a man like Owazirike woke up to create this awareness again. At this time, somebody can say is somebody waking up to understand the strength of what he can do and trying to use the mission to make himself a hero, whether he intend to achieve Biafra or not before he fell out. But this time is different. This is a time, it is not by one's plan to go and grab Biafra, but it is by the plan of nature, the things that are moving on the ground now. We know that a lot of people are now confused because of the up and downs that have been going on around this very struggle since a long time. Call it 17 years or you call it 19 years since the Owazirike time. A lot of up and downs, and a lot of people, like I always say, have been duped, misled, insulted, trampled upon. All kinds of things has happened to people within and outside the struggle that has made a lot of people to relent, to feel confused, to feel cheated, to feel belittled. A lot of things has made a lot of people to want to give up. But this time we encourage our people not to give up, because this time is not as if, like I'm saying, somebody wake up one day and say let him become a hero by searching for Biafra. It's not about that anymore. It is about a knock on our door. You can look at it at every angle you wish to look at it. It can be a knock of problem, it can be a knock of blessing, but what we know is that things are about to take another shape. Now it depends on all the way we are going to receive it, the way we are going to tackle it, that will make it take the shape we will. It is on the making. Everybody is saying it. You can see Boko Haram and the events of things happening in Nigeria today as a problem coming towards the people of Biafra. You can also see it as a way for us to end this mysterious and very unconducive livelihood that we have been subjugated to for a very long time. So in whichever way it is left for us to prepare for it. If we say is a problem coming to us, that problem we are going to make good use of it to be able to turn it around to become a blessing to us. That is what the children of God does. In every condition, you have to praise the Lord. And you praise the Lord if you can be able to make that condition better for you. So this very condition, even if we term it as a deadly condition, as a critical condition, we have to make the best use of it to be able to get away. Let it be a getaway ticket from us to be able to separate from Nigeria. No matter how difficult the struggle is going to be, no matter how we are going to suffer, we need to persevere and we need to scale through it. If you term it to be a blessing, a knock of blessing on the Biafran door, very good, and so be it. We are happy to receive this knock of blessing that is going to lead about the separation of Biafrans from the Nigerians, if that country will continue to exist. We are not against the existence of Nigeria. We are only about the ejection of Biafra from Nigeria. Ma by catapult, ma by entopo, ma by mbapo, by any way that we are going to be ejected. We really want to be ejected out of that country, and that is what we are fighting for. That is what we are seeking for. And we believe with our voice raised high, if we can do our own job, we are going to be successful. In no time. Believe me, I still have the very big belief that we can achieve Biafra without any means of violence. That is not saying that we don't have to be defensive. We have to prepare ourselves in every way that a nation defends themselves, every way that a nation needs to be armed for eventualities. But let's just count it out that it's not for this very Boko Haram. I have the faith, I have the belief that Biafra is going to come in a more surprising, mysterious way that people never dreamt of. What we need to achieve Biafra is our voice. What we need for Biafra to come is for our people to know that only they are waking up to say, we need Biafra. The Biafra will be there. And who are our people? Our people are all of us together. The people who believe in Biafra and the people who don't even believe in Biafra. It is our duty to pull as much people as we can to understand that only the voice of Biafran people can make it come. There are people who believe in Biafra, but because of so many things, so many reasons in their life, poverty, riches, so many of them make them don't know the way to go about it. A lot of people are so poor that they don't need any more problem. So they will not want any war. A lot of people are so rich, they need Biafra, but they don't know how they are going to secure their assets. So they will not be involved in any war. A lot of people, like I said, are so wretched that they need freedom from Biafra, but if you talk about them fighting, they don't see themselves having the ability, they don't have the faith, they don't have the belief, they are not mentally or spiritually strong because of poverty and suffering. But all these people, we need to come up with a very reasonable, good reasons to be able to justify their fears, to put their fears aside. The people who are weak in spirit to fight, the people who are weak in physically, the people who have no faith in themselves because of the condition they find themselves, it is for us to make them know. Like I believe, there is no way and nobody is going to fight any war to achieve Biafra. The people who are so rich that they are concerned about their assets. You cannot tell a man to forget about his whole life works. Even if it's you who managed to make your life before this time of Biafra, you make it so comfortable out of the midst of nothing, from the midst of nothing that we have in Nigeria. Somebody, no matter how they do it, try to grow their lives and come to the standard which they see themselves today. You can't just tell them to wake up one day and forget all about that because you want Biafra. And this is not one person, they are not two people, they are not three people. We have lots of Biafrans who have investments all over Nigeria, from the north to the south. So we cannot ask them to forget about their investments, forget about their assets. There are also a lot of our people who are working in the ministries. There are people who are having contracts in the national government of Nigeria. There are people who their livelihood depends on the job. A lot of us, majority of Nigerians, majority of the Biafrans also living in Biafra, in that Nigeria, have their livelihood to do with the Nigerian government. We are not going to ask these people to just break up their accords and come back to fight for Biafra. But we are going to develop a way to communicate to our people, to make them always have the faith and believe in themselves and in who they are. One, we have successfully made it possible for our people who are in any contract or in any ministry works or have any dealings to do, maybe in their professions, they have anything combined to do with people or institutions of Nigeria. We have made them possible for them to know that they have no reason to fear, and they can also support the struggle anonymously if they wish. You are welcomed as long as you are a Biafra. I will not even discard, there are Biafrans who have already turned to Muslims even before the struggle starts. I don't think religion too is anything to say or to denounce somebody from participating in the struggle of Biafra. But that side or that belief is not our way of belief. But anybody who have chosen that side of belief, that area of belief, that is his business with his God, and that will not make us push away anybody from the struggle, as long as he's a Biafran. As long as his heart is to fight for Biafra. Asare Dokubo they talk about today is a Muslim, but that doesn't make him ask the Boko Haram to come and kill his own people. He is working together and peacefully with his brother Jonathan, but Jonathan also is a Christian. So these things have nothing to do with the struggle. It is a fact that it has been used as propaganda to dirty the minds of our people, that when you talk politics, everything about it is like people don't even want to hear about it, just like they don't want to hear about accountability anymore. It took Dr. Egemba here some couple of minutes, which is not supposed to be so, to explain only a word of English, just because the way that word has been used as propaganda, that people now don't even care about the meaning. They just care about the propagandist aspect of it, which is compromise. He made a statement yesterday here using the word compromise, but he had to go over and over and over again to explain it so that people don't misunderstand him. So what I am saying is that we have used propaganda to spoil the meaning and the understanding of our people. We have put poison to so many aspects of even the struggle that might be the aspects that will help us. We have evidence to prove that these things doesn't work the way people or our people have been made to understand it. That is why I use the instance for you. Asare Dokubo is a Muslim, and he is not asking the Boko Haram to come and kill his people. He is a leader of a struggle. His brother Jonathan, working with him in accordance, in happiness, is a Christian. They are not disputing themselves. They are not quarreling against themselves because of religion. Why I'm saying this is that we have a man who is an Imo State governor, who I myself personally have tried my own best a little bit to investigate this man because of the stories, the whole propaganda, the whole bad names that are going on about him. Any reasonable man will say, who is this man? What actually has he done? You try to find it out yourself and not stay there for somebody to keep telling you about somebody about some other person the way he really wants to do that. So after I went in a light investigation about this very Rogers, I found out that his only crime might be because he's a Muslim, because of the religion he took to. I also found out that this man is even one of the best governors that Nigeria has. Imo State is one of the growing states, one of the states that are being developed than any other in that very federation. If such man really, I want to ask a question, if that man is a Muslim, in as much as an Igbo man, and he's doing all the jobs he's doing in the state of Owerri, which is Biafra land, if that man brings some sponsorship to the Biafra movement and say, you people use this money and forward your struggles, I'm with you. But I am doing my job too as a governor of Nigeria. What are we going to answer him? We tell him no. I don't think it's right. Our people have been led to misunderstand a lot of things due to propaganda. We have gone to extreme to grow hatred, and we are labeling it in such a way that it is now becoming sickness upon us. It is leaving us now and leading us astray, that we don't have no better sense of thinking. The things that we are supposed to do to help this very struggle, we have definitely abandoned it and completely turned our eyes off from them. If there is anybody, no matter the position you are holding in Nigeria, no matter the office, no matter the ministry, no matter your religion, that is a Biafran who solely have the mind and have any donation, any offer, any support with his mind to donate to the Biafran movement, to move this struggle forward, my brothers and sisters, the Biafran people will receive it and do our job. If such person supports us and don't want to be mentioned, we are going to keep it like that for the person, and we are going to work in accordance with our laws and our agenda. That is who we are, and that's what makes you strong. As long as you stay focused. That is what you mean by saying you have to stay focused. If you are focused, you don't let anything divert you, you don't let anything distract you. But you will understand the things that will come to you. There is a lot of things that come, things don't just come easily, that might come to you looking like a great risk. We will be able to be formidable so that you can know the differences between the wrong and right. The Biafran movement has not come to select people from his own people. We have come to accommodate ourselves. Whosoever had the heart, the love, and the support for the movement will be received, will be accepted and incurred into the union. It is a union of the people. What we have to be fighting now is to raise awareness to these very people who call themselves the white people, who in the first place brought us to this point. If it is possible for us to start a Biafran Day rally every month, I've been calling on it, I've been saying it, I'm still going to bring this very point up in the very meeting, in the conference in Spain, that is necessary and is important. To create awareness, we have to do it in a way never done before. We are receiving call now from our station, the Biafran Voice International in Biafra land. We will see if it's going to be clear. If it's not clear, we are going to march out from them and continue because we will not like anything to disturb the show for today. Hello. Are you there, Biafran studio?
Yeah, we are live and straight. We can hear you very well. Please, we are already introduced our side. You can introduce yourself from the end while we introduce ourselves from here to your audience over there.
Yeah, here speaking from our studios here in Europe is Nwachukwu Emmanuel, your coordinator and your presenter of the BVI International Europe. You are all welcomed and we greet you all brothers and sisters all around the world. Thank you very much.
Nwachukwu Emmanuel, here is Asus Chinedu Peters. The author of the program from the BVI Biafran land. We thank you all our listeners for being here with us. I've already said a very big thank you to all our people all over the world that called in good messages on my wonderful historic day as I record another year. Today is my birthday and I received thousands of messages all over the world coming in from Biafran people.
Oh, my brother, please, I would like to stop you there to congratulate you because it's unfortunate. I never saw that. So I wish you from my heart, from my whole family here, from the bottom of our heart, many, many more bad days to come. May God Almighty be with you, guide you, protect you, and give you wonderful days of your livelihood. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. It is a pleasure, and I'm very humbled to get all these messages. They are wonderful people. Wonderful people are traveling, and I thank them so much. Today we are talking about, today is our Human Rights Day. We're expecting the Maya to be with us anytime from any moment from now. He has already sent a message that he will be here in 17 minutes time to join us on this program. Our topic is we are looking into the issue of human rights and legal matter, and we are saying that since indigenous people have been in court, that the Nigeria hands are tied, their legs are tied. In fact, we have it in the short form that Nigerian hands and legs are in chains. Africa's so-called giant is powerless against Biafra. And tonight, we are exposing how Biafra people, real Biafra people, were able to tie up the hands and legs of this dilapidated, sleeping, snoring giant of Africa, the walking ghost of Africa. And we are in detail enlightening some people for them to see beyond what their eyes can see, for them to read the handwriting on the wall, for them to take away the fear in them, the illusion that the enemies of Biafra has deposited inside them and is fighting against Biafra from within. So tonight we are looking into the benefits benefits of the legal process, benefits of the legal instrument, both from the African Charter, the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, the Constitution that makes provision for indigenous people to have self-government. All these things are things that we are going to look into. Short into that course, tonight we are going to have a very big broadcast from here as we are going to be wrapping it up at 1 hour, in 1 hour. Now, my colleague, what do you think of this issue that Nigerian hands and legs are already tied up against Biafra, and they are powerless against Biafra people? What do you think of it? And so that our people will understand how empowered they are to agitate for their freedom.
Yeah, that is what I've been illustrating to here, talking about the rights our people have and the possibilities that make us come to that point. The possibility that gave us the right to be able to do the things we are doing, the possibility for us to have offices as indigenous people of Biafra in Biafra land, to have a radio station broadcasting freely from Biafra land, to be able to go into schools, to be able to go into marketplaces, to be able to have rallies in open places in Biafra land today. This is a very remarkable achievement. That so I was discussing this with somebody yesterday. He said to me, we have done all these things before. We have been doing all this with within the time of Wazirike. We have succeeded in having rallies. We had rallies. We have done a lot of things. I said, there are differences between when you are doing something and you are living and doing it in fear, and when you do it, it comes and have repercussions, very deadly repercussions. Sometimes you have these rallies, people die. Sometimes you have these your occasions, they have heavy repercussions that are very deadly. So this is the difference, that now that our people can be able to do these things without dying. It's not a matter of that you did it before. How did you do it and what did it result to when you do it? And at the same time, what have you been able to achieve with doing it at that time you did it? You did it, people died, and up to this time we are still at point zero. It is even now that we are beginning to create the real awareness that now that it's no longer to be in a point zero, because now people can wake up in their villages, people can wake up in the marketplace, people can wake up in their offices, everywhere, in the universities, in the churches, in Biafra land now, people can wake up without any fear. So it is different that they can do these rallies and go back to their home safely. So your children, your father, your mother, your daughter, your sister will be in this place of rally, and you are at home. You have a rest of mind because you know he's coming back, or he or she is coming back safely. That's a very big difference to a time when you did rallies and people will die. Loss of life. Families will start to mourn. Cries will be in a village. So it is very good that the Supreme Council of Elders, we have men that were bold enough to put in their signatures to make this happen. That we have people who can make it happen, that we have customary law, a system of government that can be able to take the Nigerian government to court, that gives us that immunity that makes our people now be able to go around, that ties the hands of the Nigeria, as you just said. So it is the hard work of the people. It is the structures that we've been able to put on the ground. It is the planning, the ideas, the wisdom of the Biafra men and women who identify the fact that we have the opening, and we can make use of that opening to establish a customary system of government, just as the Hausas have their Sharia system of government, all inclusive and agreed by the Nigerian Constitution. So I am happy that we have such wise men who found out that loophole and made use of it. And also I congratulate and happy to our fathers, our able elders, who endorsed their signature to be able to make it possible for us to tie the hands of that very great and the big nation according to the Africans. We are happy to be Biafrans. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for we have the barrister here with us. We would like to tell our esteemed listeners that our lines are open. You can call in and make their own contributions on some issues. And our lines remain for 234-810-420-7522. And our Skype name is Biafra International. Before we usher in the barrister, I know you are there. before you introduce yourself, we would like to throw our lines open. Not only can you please tell our esteemed listeners your lines and your direct lines, please?
Yes, here from the German studios, we all, as always, have two Skype lines open for our viewers, our audience, wherever they might be. We have the Biafrans C, and we also have the Bvi-Germany, all in capital. If you write it on Skype, you get connected to us. And also, we are here open to you live through our landline 0049 511 5391640. When you go to our website www.bvi-europe.de.tl, you will be able to get all these informations and join us live on this very program. Thank you. Hello, I can't get you. I can't get you clearly. The Biafran station. Are you there?
Yeah, we need you to introduce yourself and let our listeners know who is with us.
Thank you very much, our able broadcasters, able managers of the Biafran studio. My name is Emeka Emekeshri, barrister and solicitor. I'm the solicitor for interest of Biafra. I'm speaking from London.
Thank you very much. Hands and chain. Nigeria hands and legs are in chains. The second thing
I'm going to lose you from this very angle. Chinedu, please, to get you connected from this side if it's possible. I don't know if I can make it. This side of our station is not working fine. That's why we will try to see if we can connect them from this very side. If it's possible, brothers and sisters, you bear with us. Yeah, we have them now. Good.
Yeah, it's very fine.
Okay, we are saying that Nigeria has alleged are in change. The African so-called giant is powerless against Biafra. How did you come about that? And how is it that Biafra people are able to tie the hands and legs of Nigeria?
Well, the thing is that the law is no respecter of anybody. Every person is subject to the law. So if you have a case against the federal government, you can sue the federal government, and the federal government will come to court to defend itself. Nobody is above the law. So we have dragged Nigerian government to court, and Nigeria has come to court to defend itself. So if you use the law, you'll be able to even sue the highest man in the land, even the president of the country. You know that the system or the government has three arms: the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive. So the judiciary is independent. So the judiciary is independent from the executive. That is why a president of a country or a governor can be removed by the court, by the judiciary. If you bring a petition now against the governor or the president, and your case has merit, the judge will give an order, and the president will be removed from office, or the governor will be removed from office. So the thing is that the law is no respecter of a person. Every person is under the law.
Okay, and talk about having the power to do the president or the governor or executive elected officers. What about immunity attached to them? Now, what it means is Nigeria not immune for to be taken to court, to the international court. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Hello?
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear the last.
We are talking about you talked about being able to remove a sitting president or a deputy governor or elected officers. What about the immunity tied around them? How is it that Biafran people were able to take Nigeria to court? Is there no immunity tied around Nigeria to prevent it from being dragged to court?
When we're talking about him,
Yes.
Their immunity is qualified. Biafra was able to take Nigeria to court because Nigeria is not immune to the subject that we are litigating upon in court. The subject we are litigating upon in court is independence, self-determination. Now, when we're talking about immunity, immunity attaches to an officer, for instance, the President of Nigeria. Now, the President of Nigeria has some measure of immunity, or even the governor has some measure of immunity. It is not in every situation you drag them to court. The thing is that it is when a situation arises, we now know whether immunity covers such a person or not. Let me give you an example. A governor who goes to market now to buy something, he cannot claim that he has immunity, therefore he will not pay for what he has bought. For instance, he goes to market, he buys a car, or he buys a house, or he buys something, even ordinary foodstuff from a supermarket, and then he doesn't pay. And hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, please. I was saying, Barrister, we can hear you. Can you go ahead, please? Hello? Yeah, proceed.
Okay. I said, a governor may go to market now and buy something, and he refuses to pay. Does immunity cover him from simple contract? No. He is liable to pay the person he bought anything from. So immunity is not in every subject matter that immunity avails. That is it. So Nigeria is not immune to the suit we have filed against them for self-determination, independence. It is a human rights issue.
Okay, Barrister, I have a question. My own question always comes.
Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, we hear you and what can hear you. Please proceed. If we can, we will tell you.
Yes, I hear you.
It's a human rights issue. It's a human rights issue. People want to exercise their human rights. Self-determination is human rights matter. The case we filed in court is a human rights matter. The organization that filed the case is a human rights organization, the Human Rights Initiative. So it's a human rights case, and nobody can stop it.
Okay. Okay, Barrister, we understand that. I have a question. The question is about people asking the question. They say they want to know everything about this thing is all about the confusion going on. Who are these Supreme Council of Elders, and how do we come to that? What is the Supreme Council of Elders all about? You know, they did to separate the body, the structure, and the people. What is the intention of having that? Where did it come about? Having a structure like the Elders Council. Before you talk about the people itself, I'm not talking about the people. I mean the institution of the Supreme Council of Elders. Where did we get it from, and how did we get the right? What made us feel that we are liable to have something like that before we started it?
Okay, that's a very good question. Now, it all started, maybe this your question, in fact, this your question is so good, it's very good. I will start from the beginning. Now, nature nature abhors vacuum. If you look at since after the war, all the Biafrans that were scattered, they were like sheep without shepherd. Every person on his own. Now, since after the war, the issue, the case, the dispute between Biafra and Nigeria has not been resolved, has not been settled. People just swept it under the carpet, thinking that over time, that time will heal the wound. But time has refused to heal the wound. There's no need hiding. Let us now confront the issues and resolve these issues. But how do you do it? The people who scattered have no leadership. Unless Ndibo is not representing the Biafra. So what do you do? There is no organization that will come out and speak for Biafra. So what do you do?
Hello? Hello, I think I don't have no contact from them. It could have been better if I connect the barrister myself than to connect it through the iPod in Biafra land. If I can be able to get the barrister myself here, that would be better before I can be able to connect the Biafran studio. I don't know if they are hearing me, so that the Biafran studio can lay their hands off the barrister so that we get hold of him and connect them together. We have a bit of, I wanted to say we have a better system. I don't think this system is better at all. Oh, this is bullshit. Brothers and sisters, we are trying to get the, if we can connect the barrister, then we'll connect also the BVI station in Biafra land. Because it's better when we can hook it up ourselves here, we can get clearer voice than when it's being hooked up from Biafra land. That is the problem there we are having, but I think he is engaged with that very side, and that is making it completely impossible. For I don't like him to call me. Chinedu, oh man, this guy. Hello? Hello? Chinedu, are you there? Yes. Hello? Hello? Hello, are you there? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. I don't know if you connected or Chinedu connected us, but I can hear you very well.
I don't know, I can't hear Chinedu.
Yeah, because it's always better when I connect you directly from here. It is clearer than when Chinedu connects it. It has a noise coming from the background, but I don't think it's there now. If I wanted, Barrister, you can go on. He's trying to connect. I wanted to connect him myself from here.
Okay, but if I start now, the other people will not hear me.
The people from the German studio will hear you, and in the German studio is where we have more audience. They will hear you, but
those in Biafra land will not hear.
Will not hear you unless they are connected to through our studio. Okay, Chinedu, the Biafra land studio is offline completely. That means there is some technical issues are going on there, like I can find out now. There is offline completely, but we are live and we're online. You can go on to express to answer that question.
Okay, let me go on and explain. Maybe people will hook up from the German studio.
Yes.
Okay. I was saying that your question is very, very important, and it will make us now go to the foundation of this government we call the Supreme Council of Elders.
Yes.
I was saying that since after the war, the Biafrans were scattered like sheep without shepherd. And it has been a problem to all of us. If you are going to a battle and you have no leader, no person to give a command, then the army will be in disarray and they will be scattered. So, because there's no leadership of the Biafrans, the case between Biafra and Nigeria appeared to be swept under the carpet. Yet every person was grumbling. People knew that something was wrong. People were not happy. But there's no avenue to resolve the dispute. So that was how the human rights organization called Bvi Human Rights Initiative started. That was why it was created, to be able to sue Nigerian government. But that is not the only thing. When the human rights organization was created, the next problem is this. Before you can sue on behalf of a people, you will need authorization. That is what we call local standing in law. Bvi Human Rights Initiative is an organization, a human rights organization that wants to sue Nigeria on behalf of a people.
Yes.
Then if you go and sue, the opponent will ask you, who sent you? Does it concern you?
Yes.
Bvi is an organization. So who sent Bvi then? That is a problem. So before you can file such an action, you must get authorization from the people you are representing. This therefore meant that before we could file that case, the people who own the land of Biafra must authorize the case. They must sign and authorize the suit. Otherwise, the suit will not go on. Therefore, it became necessary for me to gather the elders together and teach them, open their eyes by the law, using the law. You see, all of us, every person does not know everything. Yes. You need to, where you don't understand, you learn from others. All the elders I met, they knew that yes, there is something called customary law, but they did not understand that we could use this customary law to form a government. Until I now began to teach. So yes, fortunately, I'm a barrister and solicitor trained in Nigerian law, trained in customary law, as well as international law. And by the time I made my case, I made my submissions to these elders, they said, yes, this is right. We are ready to sign. We are ready to be constituted into a government under customary law, and we'll sign this case. We'll sign it for you to go ahead and file this case. So we had to form the government, the elders, into a government before we could take action against Nigeria. The story is long, but the person who compiled the list of the people that should sign was His Royal Majesty, Honorable Justice Ezozobu.
Okay.
He listed the people that I should get in touch with to sign this document. Well, you know, everything, when you are starting a thing, you don't expect the whole world to start a thing.
Yeah.
Something starts in a small way and begins to grow from there. There were some elders and traditional rulers. His Royal Majesty listed their names that I should meet. Some of them were afraid to sign because they said that Aso Rock will arrest them. Because you will put their name there, put your signature there, put your identity there. And this document will be served on Aso Rock, on Abuja, served on the President of Nigeria.
Yeah.
And Nigeria will know who you are and who signed the case, who is behind the Biafra struggle. So at that juncture, many
Sorry there, brothers and sisters. We Barrister, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, go on.
So at that juncture where the elders were supposed to sign and authorize Bilie to sue Nigeria, many elders were afraid. We reached out to many elders, both in South and Southeast, but many people were afraid. Then only a few people, a few elders who were bold, who said, let them lay down their lives, even if it meant arresting them, let government come and arrest them. They signed. But I told them that nobody will arrest you because everything you are doing is legal. You don't arrest somebody who is a law-abiding person. I told the elders, look at it. They were very shocked. Unfortunately, the chairman is a retired chief judge, head of the judiciary, Justice Ezozobo. Yeah. He said, yes, what Barrister Meka is saying is true. It is legal. There's no crime about it. So we went ahead, and that was how the government started. Yeah. Now, the thing is that when the government started, when they signed the document, and then we went to court, and then the case started. Many elders were watching to see whether Ezozobu and his cabinet members would be arrested. After many months, nobody arrested us, and people now began to look into the law. Nigerian lawyers also began to look into the law, whether what I did was right or wrong. And when they saw that everything we were doing was lawful, was constitutional, according to the law, then many elders now started saying, okay, they also want to become members of the Supreme Council of Elders. Yes. So now that nobody arrested us, they are no longer afraid to join. So now I've heard that some of those elders are now asking that they want to join the Supreme Council of Elders.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. The world is listening to you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we are here. Hello, I'm hearing you, Barrister.
Yeah, so now that everything is going well, many elders now say they want to join, including those from South and Middle Belt who were afraid initially. Yes. They are now showing interest. They want to join the Supreme Council of Elders, which is correct. It is natural, and that is why the Supreme Council of Elders is now being enlarged. It will be enlarged until it will reflect every part of Biafra land. So they are still enlarging it. And bringing in people that are worthy to be leaders of the people. You see, so that is how the government started. Now, the issue is that, is the government legitimate? Is it lawful or is it illegal? It is very clear that the government of indigenous people of Biafra is lawful, is constitutional, because it is based on customary law, which is prescribed by the Nigerian Constitution, just like Islamic Sharia law.
No, yeah.
You see, Sharia law is constitutional, just like customary law is also constitutional. Anything you do using the Sharia law or using the customary law is lawful under the Nigerian legal system. The issue is that Biafrans don't quite understand the difference between nationality and indigenous identity of a people. I have heard many Biafrans talking about Republic of Biafra. So there is a procedure on this thing. Right now, the Biafrans, we have not yet achieved independence. We have not yet achieved independence. We are not yet a republic. But what we have succeeded in doing is that we have succeeded in establishing a leadership structure. A people that want to be independent must first put their house in order. Before, we had no structure. Every person on his own. Nobody is listening to anybody. No government speaks for the people. But now we have a customary government that can speak for the people. Ohaneze Ndigbo does not speak for the Biafrans because Ohaneze Ndigbo is pro-Igbo, not pro-Biafra. But the Supreme Council of Elders of Indigenous Biafra speaks for the Biafra. So, as it stands now, the Supreme Council of Elders has become the de facto government of Biafra, but not yet sovereign, because we are still under the Nigerian sovereignty. I have told you, every household, every family has a right to gather his children together. So what these elders have done was to gather their children together within Nigeria. Yet we are still within Nigeria, but these elders have power to gather their children together. In case anything happens, every family should be able to gather their children together.
Yeah.
So that is exactly what the elders have done. If anything happens now, what shall we do if we don't come to gather ourselves together? The Northerners have gathered themselves together. The Westerners, the Yoruba people, the Hausa Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, all of them, they've been able to have a structure that could gather their people together in case anything goes wrong.
Yes.
And that is what we have done now. The Supreme Council of Elders is the de facto government, customary government of the Biafrans. And we are not afraid or ashamed. And Nigerian government knows that what we are doing is correct. The whole world knows. The government of other countries we have written to. Yes, the Supreme Council of Elders has written diplomatic letters to different countries of the world. Yes, asking for their support. It is not wrong. And many countries are giving good responses. So imagine the people that are behind the struggle. Where will you mention the name of His Royal Majesty, Honorable Justice Ezozobu, and people will not say, we know that man. If this man is behind this struggle, then there is something in it. It's not a child's play. We're not joking on the street.
Yeah, okay.
That is it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Barrister. I want to know, people would like to know what was the aim of your aim and the people who had this idea to go to court with the Nigerian government. We know it's a brave idea. Like you said, it's not everybody who will start something. There are a group of people who will see the chance and seize that opportunity, and there are who are the wise people who were able to find out that this is an opportunity to be able to make something out of it. What was before you people had these intentions and you went into this very struggle towards that dimension? What really do you have in mind, like the time limit you had in mind that you might be able to be successful? What you have,
Okay.
yeah, like time limit.
Okay, I've got your point. What we had in mind is independence for Biafra.
Yes.
And we made it clear in court. We put our case there clearly that we made 3 prayers were summarized. There are 8 prayers, but they are the major ones in summary. We want outright independence for Biafra. Secondly, if in the alternative, if that one in the alternative, we can now ask for self-governing status, reverting back to Aburi Accord, where every region will govern itself, just like in the United Kingdom, where the Scotland, Wales, England, Ireland, all of them, there are 4 countries within the United Kingdom, but each one has its own government. This is what was agreed at Aburi in 1967. Fine. This first option of total independence or second option of confederation, if none is accepted, then we now ask for total dissolution of Nigeria, because we went into the foundation and we saw that Nigeria is standing on a false foundation. There was no agreement to create Nigeria. In fact, the documents we filed in court show that there was no, our ancestors did not sign any agreement to create Nigeria. Our ancestors only gave permission to the British people to trade in our land. Just trading treaty.
Yes.
So we now attack the foundation of Nigeria. If they don't give us Biafra total independence, or they don't give us confederation within Nigeria, then we attack the foundation and let Nigeria be scattered, because it's a false foundation.
And you think we can achieve any of these options that we are going for in which period of time? Do you think that any of these things can be achieved?
This, assuming that we have all the resources required, this thing can even be done within a few years. Because if we had enough resources, that is when the Biafrans understand the genuineness and the merit of this case, and they throw their weight behind this case.
Yes.
Within a year or two, this thing is all over. But because we don't have resources to speed up this matter and get to international connections, it's not, you see, as this case is on, it is not just the court. When we talk about legal method, it's not just the court. There are international politics to be played.
Yes.
There are countries we meet. There are different powerful countries, powerful nations. It's not just the court. While the court is on, then the grand work will be done. We'll be doing other things that will speed up everything. By the time it is all over. But it's unfortunate that many Biafrans have not yet thrown their weight behind this struggle, because they are still skeptical. They are watching. Some of them say, "Is it not the same thing that Masop did?" Some say, "Is it not what the other man is doing, going all over the world, saying, the one that established or put a Biafra embassy or Biafra house or Biafra government in exile, all those things they are doing? Is it not this child kind of?" Some of them are skeptical. They don't know that this is a very serious issue that is founded upon law. See, so maybe gradually when they understand that this is a struggle that they need to join, and they put themselves behind it, maybe we'll move faster. But for now, we can't move faster. We'll just take it easy, gathering momentum. But I think that we are gathering momentum now.
Okay.
We're gathering momentum.
Okay, Barrister. Based on the conditions on the ground in Nigeria today, we can see that with the court case, where it's based now, with what you are saying, if we go by a very good speed, we can arrive at that, at least with what you are saying in the next what you are saying in the next 5 years. But
no, in the next 1 year, in fact, because listen, here the case there will be hearing on 13th of November.
Okay.
There will be hearing on 13th of November, but I know that before 13th of November, Nigeria will bring a defense, because Nigeria doesn't have a defense yet. Nigeria may bring a defense, but if the Nigeria doesn't bring a defense, then we'll get a judgment against them, default judgment.
Oh.
So yes, the case may finish within 1 year. It's not far.
You say if they let us get that again. You say if they don't bring if Nigeria
does not bring a defense.
A defense in this aspect means a defense that will prolong it in which way?
No, yes, we have when you are sued, when somebody takes you to court,
yeah,
then you come and defend yourself. Now, when this case started, a time came when there were technical issues, when Nigeria raised technicality, and we had to now refile. Maybe if you know the history of this case,
yeah,
there was a time when we filed. Nigeria now brought an objection that the name we used, Bvi Human Rights Initiative, that we didn't put the word incorporated trustees, that we omitted because of the omission incorporated trustees, that therefore it should be struck out and then the thing now caused a delay. We now refiled, made amendment of the word incorporated trustees of Believe Human Rights.
Yeah.
Then that caused some delay. Then Nigeria brought their defense. By December 2013, their defense was also defective. They made silly mistakes. So I moved the court to strike out their defense. So Nigeria defense was struck out. Also, they had no defense again. So we came into the court, then filed and they reserved them now on the new writ, which they are yet to now bring their defense. You understand?
Yes. So
initially, both parties were initially battling on technicalities.
yes. So what I'm saying is, with their defense, if eventually they come up with defense now, that is something that could hold this, keep the court case now going.
Okay, fine. If they bring a defense now,
Yes.
then the court, then that means the parties have joined issues. The court will now fix a date for hearing. In fact, if they bring a defense, then there will be another thing called reply. Then we shall reply to their defense.
Yeah.
Then we now join issues. We now join issues, and the two parties will now appear in court. And since it is by way of originating summons, there is no, we are not calling witnesses, that's the people standing in the witness box and be giving evidence.
Yeah.
Because this one is originating summons. It's a very straightforward case. Because the documents we are using to do the case, all of them are filed in court. All the evidence filed in court.
Yeah.
So once the two parties have filed their case and defense and reply, then we address the court. The court will now fix a date for addressing the court on issues. We will now address the court. Normally, they will address, first being the defendant. They will address, then I will address. Their lawyer will address, then I will address. Then the court will fix a date for judgment. That's all. Within a year, the thing will be over.
So these rumors of people saying that we are going to stay in Nigerian court for a couple of years, donkey years, without getting justice, is just unfounded somehow.
They don't understand. Leave them all. It's just propaganda. It's just propaganda. Don't mind it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is by the way. And now to another. In case even let's say the court case will take up to 3 years, we succeed by the grace of God. Okay. But now we see with the trade of things going on in Nigeria, maybe we don't even have that 3 years.
Fine. That is why we have that's very good. Anything can happen tomorrow.
Yes.
Nigeria can split tomorrow. Anything can happen. Now, nobody is saying it will happen, but it may happen.
Yes.
It may. There's probability. Because I have read a lot on the newspapers and so on, the Northerners saying if the power doesn't come back to the North, Nigeria will become, what are they talking about? Frightening, trying to scare people or frighten people or so. Whatever will happen, let it happen. Now, we have a government now that can speak, and we have a radio station. I think the elders speak on Saturdays in the BVI studio.
Yeah, but for quite a while now, they have not been able to show up. I don't know the arrangements with them and Chinedu.
No, Chinedu, it is not just arranged. It is a standard set. It is a routine. It is timetable that every Saturday, Chinedu will go to them, and they will make announcements. That is it. So Chinedu, that is the. You don't expect Ezozobu now to travel from. I don't know where the studio is, where Chinedu is broadcasting from.
Yeah. I don't know the distance anyway, but I think the problem too is there's so much work that is left with Chinedu to do, running around and making that is why we are not meeting up that very appointment.
Exactly.
Saturdays. But
I'm thinking that every Saturday Chinedu will go to the the palace of Ezozobo, and they sit down with the elders, and they will broadcast from the palace of His Royal Majesty.
Anyway, what I will try to do too is, in case the days they cannot be able to come on there, I can get the doctor himself to maybe via telephone to address the people, because it's important the people hear their voices from time to time to be able to know that they are solidly behind us. If you don't come out to make these explanations, although some people will laugh over it, some people will buy the idea, some people will investigate it, to make these explanations about the court case, maybe so many people will still be confused and misled. Nobody knows.
You're right.
Nobody knows how speedy these things can come. So, and it's also important, like I'm saying, because of nobody knows at this time now what will befall Nigeria this 2015. That is why we are asking our people to come together, because the earlier we come together and they recognize ourselves in unity, the better it will be for us come that 2015. We can use the same opportunity that the Crimeans used at the time where there was a problem because of the trade agreement with the EU. Then because of that problem now, the Crimeans were able to call for referendum that was not through judicial or through legislative, but that was the might, the power of the people, the power of demonstration. Now they came up in big mass and said, blocked their borders and said, we want a referendum, and they got it. So we can use that opportunity. Nobody knows what is going to come out, how the situation of Nigeria can be. It will be a point also for us where we can come out and say, okay, right now, everybody, the world can bear us witness what is going on around the country. To what I see too, Jonathan himself is our president. By all right, is a Biafran.
Yeah, he is. He is a Biafran by indigenous identity.
Yes. If they don't give him peace, if he's going to feel so hot on that very seat come 2015, and we ourselves are solid in our movement, and we start our cry, our plea for a referendum, he might even find it a comfortable escape for him.
Exactly, now is exactly because the time is coming when the pressure becomes so much. Nigeria will opt for a referendum for the Biafrans. When the pressure becomes so hot on them.
And that pressure can only be like that if we can make that pressure to be. That is why I think we had to go into that very transmitter, something that never worked out, so that the grassroots of the people in the villages, in the marketplaces, everywhere they are in back home, can get this information and be able to stand up when they are being called upon.
Yeah, that was what we planned from the beginning. We planned it from the beginning because when we were broadcasting through Radio Biafra, we planned it from the beginning and said, okay, fine. Let us apply to Nigerian government and get a license, because we are a human rights organization. A human rights organization has the right to broadcast because it's called freedom of expression.
Sure, yes.
As freedom of expression, you have right to express your opinion either through media, through radio, through television, through newspaper, you have the freedom of expression. So we were planning to apply for license, broadcasting license, and the federal government was ready to give it to us. So fine, but suddenly now, the director of Radio Biafra, well, the problem that time was he was talking, he was speaking. There's a language he was using, abusing people, abusing some Nigerian officials, government officials, some dignitaries, abusing people, and the elders called him several times to order. I remember Dr. Ikedife spoke to him. I also remember that Professor Oswago personally sent me to director of Radio Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, and said, give him my number, let him call me, and I want to speak with him. I also came and told him that Professor Oswago, one of the leaders in the Supreme Council of Federal, wants to talk with you. And the people were complaining the way he was insulting people, that this is not professional journalism. And well, we said, okay, let's be professional about this thing and apply for a broadcasting license. If you're not professional and you apply, you are creating enmity, and who will grant you this license? If the motive is to use it to incite people to violence and incite people to hatred and so on. So, but if you obey the rule of law, human rights law, maintain dignity, the lawfulness of the, they will grant you the license. You broadcast according to the ethics of the journalism profession.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but he was raising money for transmitter. Well, I don't know how much he raised or so, because the money was, well, I'm not a signatory to any of the accounts, so I don't know how much they raised for transmitter. But if we have money now, we can establish, we can mount our transmitter in any part of Biafra land, and nobody will touch it, because we are a law-abiding organization. We are human rights organization, and of course, since you are preaching human rights, you should not violate any law. So if we have money now, we establish a radio station that can broadcast on medium wave or FM or medium wave. I understand but when I went and made inquiries and trying to apply for license and so on, I understand that the Nigerian government usually they will give you FM or sometimes medium wave to the states, so, but they don't give you shortwave broadcasting license. You know, that's what I was told. But well, if we have FM or if we have medium wave, that's even
okay.
Good enough.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Barrister, it's clear too to know that with the human rights organization, we can get a license to the radio station, but only that the plans were not followed the way they were planned. It's unfortunate that we find ourselves where we are today. That is why the BVI was created, to make amendments to be able to deal with this a kind of manage this very problem. So here we are today, and we are still calling our people to please come up and join the very struggle the right way. And you have to be, you must have to be a part of this government, which means you have to support and uplift the Supreme Council of Elders.
Exactly.
So as we are saying, this is BVI International. The barrister is there with us. In case you are joining in, is our Friday transmission where the barrister comes in and helps us to guide us according to the law, according to the order we have to follow as to be law-abiding in our struggle. The barrister is with us live. In case you have any questions, our lines are clear and our lines are open. BVI International Germany is your online platform for you to come and make your views heard and ask your questions to be clarified in any shape or form that you are a little bit confused. You are also obliged or have the access to give addresses, speeches, announcements of any sort that concern the Biafran movement. Our lines are open. Biafrans is our Skype. BVI International Germany is another alternative Skype, and our landline is 0049 511 539 640. You call in and we will get you across the line and make your view known or your question heard and answered by the barrister if it concerns the human rights issues. If you have any other topic you also wish to be educated or to educate us about, we are all ears because we are all on it together. Whatever you have You give us whatever we have, we give you. That is how we are going to do it and how we are going to be successful. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of Biafra, BVI International is here to stay. We are here for you, and we'll always be here to do according to your wish and your will. Meanwhile, as we continue, we like to entertain you people with little music as we go on, waiting for your response, your calls, because we will be giving you the answers to any question if we have them. If your calls come on the platform where it concerns not the human rights, maybe you need any of the elders or any other authority of the indigenous people of Biafra to answer your questions, we will try as much as possible to make the people responsible available.
I want to appreciate you, my brother. I want to appreciate the broadcasters in BVI.
Thank you.
Your language is very, very good, very civil, very, very polite. Oh, may God bless you. This is quite different from what we used to hear. This is wonderful. It's encouraging to see Biafrans, exhibiting this maturity in broadcasting. And I pray God to sustain you, to increase you with more wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Thank you very much for what you are doing. It's only, I don't know, don't worry. I believe that Biafrans will never forget you. What you are doing is great.
Yeah.
So keep it up.
Yeah, thank you very much, Barrister. I appreciate you also for your own efforts. It's not everybody who will have that wisdom to start up what you have just started for the Biafran men and women. And where we are today, and the possibility and the opportunities our people have back home to be able to express themselves in freedom is something to write home about, and it's something that has a lot of credits and merits for. And we will be happy to commend you and award you when at last, by the grace of God, we'll be able to achieve that Biafra we're looking for.
Amen. Amen.
Meanwhile,
it appears that nobody has any question again for me. I made the signing off now.
Okay, Barrister, if you like to sign up, it's okay. You have done your best, and we also wish that you continue to do this. Come up every Friday as required, so that you can enlighten your people and upgrade our knowledge in this very struggle of Biafra. It's people like you that we really want, and may God Almighty be with you and help you.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I thank all the Biafrans. I greet all the Biafrans everywhere you are. I greet you, and I encourage you to continue with this struggle. I have always said that every Biafran is important. Everybody is important in this race. Everybody is important. We need everybody. Please, let us begin to respect one another, encourage one another, and work as one man, like a team, and we shall win. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. That was our barrister there. You heard it all from him. You heard what you are supposed to hear. The origin of the struggle, the possibilities that the struggle have, and the plans that has already been mapped out, and where we missed it all. We should be able to mount that very transmitter if we follow the rules and the plans that we had from the onset. The possibility that the Bvi, that are one of those very real jobs that the Bvi human right is there to do for us. The corners where we can be able to hide behind the Bvi human right to achieve some kind of things, like going to court, for registering us, for being able to get us license for that transformer or transmitter, That could have been another wonderful achievement that the Bvi human right, all of us could have been applauding to today. But because of that that confusion that came in between, lies has to come in, people have to bring propaganda, people have to denounce and useless the name of Bvi, make them a common entity, make it an entity that has no reasons and no right to exist, that is useless. But when issues like this are coming up, we can see, we can be able to ask ourselves that question. So the transmitter could have been working if the Bvi was in agreement with the Radio Biafra. We couldn't have been having problem of where is the transmitter going to be mounted. We could have had the transmitter mounted because the Bvi human right will successfully get us a license to that. But today we are still moving on. We are still the people we are still courageous, we are still strong, we are still crying out to the whole of the world to please come to our rescue. BVI International is here to be the voice and to be loyal to your choice of attitude, and also to correct any misinformation that we have been receiving in this trouble. Meanwhile,
Oshimiri Day. Ide Oguduma. Yejere mu London wa. Ambo wandi boje besi anunu. Ebulu semegu mu je London ngwane mu. Ibo idasi ndio man.
No matter whatever happens, Biafra people, you need to be happy. We need to be strong. We need to be courageous. Nothing. We are going back home, and we are going back home successfully, and we are going back home all in good health. We are going back home all in peace. You know, sometimes I like people to bring out and to understand those wonders that have happened to them in life before. Because I have a lot of wonderful and surprising, miraculous things that has happened to me in life that always makes me feel strong and makes me always have the courage that every solution have a 1+1. Every problem has a 1+1 solution. Every problem has numerous solutions. Every problem have lots of solution on the bad side and lots of solution on the good side. Every problem has difficulties in the problems before you come to solutions. And also every problem has a 1+1 solution where you don't encounter nothing. Before a twinkle of an eye, you get the answer. I believe that because you don't get that very answer doesn't mean that that answer doesn't exist. Because you found it difficult to get a result doesn't mean that the result is always difficult. Because you find it impossible to get a solution solved doesn't mean that there is no possibility to get that solution solved. There is always very many good ways of doing something. And there are always very many bad ways of doing something. It is a choice. When we choose to do or to search for Biafra the very good way, we are going to be left with so many ways, so many choices. There are easy choices to get it right the good way. There are difficult choices to get it also right the good way. And there are very simple choices, ways to get it right the good way. If you get it right, they had the very with difficult choice, doesn't mean that that very simplest choice is not there. It might be because you are so much in a haste. It might be because time did not permit you, or it might be because you are not careful enough, or you are not wise enough to find out that most simplest way. And the only way we can do it is by coming together. Every Biafran man and woman can bear with me that the Biafrans have all it takes to do anything we want to do, any way we want to do it. So that said means that it's our choice to do the things in any way we want to do it. We can do anything and get them right in any way we want to do it, be it good, be it bad. So in this very struggle of Biafra, let's make a choice here. Let's make a choice of looking for Biafra the right and appropriate way to do things. If we look for it towards these very directions, we are going to achieve it, even very easily, because the ways and the openings are there. It's only that because maybe our ideas, our brains are not telling us these things are easy to do. That's why we feel that it's impossible. But believe me, we can get Biafra without any war. If we come together, the Biafrans know that there is nothing we cannot do. We can do everything we want to do. If we make the right choice and think towards the right direction, we are going to get it even easier as we expect, and sooner as we expect. The only way we can do it is by coming together, being one people, and speaking with one voice. If we have one plan, the miracle of God will be happening on us. If we say, if we plan, it is for God to come and bless our sayings and our plannings. This is what I have for you, brothers and sisters, this night. We are finally coming to the end of this very program. As you all know, we are going to repeat it again and play it back for those of you who are just joining, and those of you who will want to watch it again. For those of us who are just waking up, because we are everywhere in the world, this is BVI International, and I'm Machuku Emmanuel, standing as always with you on the studios here, saying good night and God bless you. And we hope that you will be with us again tomorrow to be able to ask your questions, make your voice heard, and lay down any foundation and any principles you wish the Biafran people to follow. This is a time you can be part of that government. People always stay at home. We stay in our chairs. We say the government are not doing it right because of one thing or the other, because of one way or the other they are doing it. How you wish you be a government, how you wish you be the president. This is the time you can be that you wish, to be able to be among the voice. Brothers and sisters, we have a caller here. We can take it now to see who is calling us and from where. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Nabike. I'm calling from London.
Thank you very much, Nabike. We were just about to close the show before you called, but it's no problem. You can just go on and let the Biafran people.
Okay, I'll be so fast. I
Thank
listened
you.
to Barrister Mecca.
Yes.
And what he said, he's doing a very good job. The only thing that our people have not realized what he has done yet. You see, some people are a bit skeptical because of the legal system in Nigeria. But they don't really understand that all this, while we are talking about this, our marginalization and all oppression, no one has even tried it to take the case to court. There was this article I posted, an article I wrote, I posted on our Facebook page, describing the situation of things in America in those days, where black people were not allowed to sit in front side of the bus.
Yes.
With white people.
Yes.
The days of racial segregation. One very day, a young girl of 15 years was inside. She was inside the bus. She refused to go behind.
Yes. I think I read that very story too.
Yeah, Claudetta Colvin.
Yes.
Then a white woman entered and said that she should go back to the back. She refused. Before, people were so scared because of they are scared of being arrested, scared of being beaten, scared of being molested.
Yes.
But this young girl of 15 years refused. The driver stopped. They called the police. Police drag her out of the bus. You understand? They handcuffed her, arrested her, took her to the police station. After she was released, less than 6 months, Rosa Parks did the same. You know, and they caused problems. They went to court. No, the black people never knew that they could use the court.
Yes.
They never knew they could challenge the segregation in court.
Yes.
When they went to court, Kobe was one of the people that witnessed, and the court ruled, and they ruled it illegal to segregate against black people inside the bus.
Yes. Before
that time, they never knew because they said the court is the court of white people.
White people.
And people marginalizing us.
Yes.
Some people will laugh at them when they even wanted to go to court. They say, well, how could you go to court? The same judge is a white person. They would allow you. They would just throw the case and frustrate you. The same thing people are telling by Semega and other lawyers. The same thing they are telling BD human rights.
Yes.
People do not know the power of law. You understand? That the game has changed, like Professor Herbert Ego told me last week. So international politics has changed. A lot of people are watching. This court case, we think we are the only people that know about the case. International communities are following that court case. You don't even know. Many of us do not know what is going on. So instead of us to come out to support, they have this deficit mentality. It can't happen.
Yes.
It can't happen. How can they get it? It cannot happen. The law is this. They are very corrupt. This, that, and all those things. Even that same court, when Obasanjo was there, Obasanjo was one of the worst civilian dictators. All the places PDP lost election in the western part of Nigeria. Obasanjo turned the result upside down. He was the Nigerian court. That turned the case. That was how Adam Oshimole and most of them in that their party then before they later became AP. That was how they got their mandate through court. The same court we claim they are all corrupt.
Yes.
So the people should just support this legal move that we are making. They should even thank by Semega for such bold step. They should thank and support the Supreme Council of Elders instead of denigrating and insulting them. This is a bold step. If we knew the step we've taken, many of us would not be making this noise. Well, that is my contribution this night.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. You are welcome. You are always welcome, as always. Thank you and good night. That was our brother Nabiken Nadede, as always. It's good to remind us. It's good for somebody to come out always. That is why we need your voice to come out and add one point. There's a very interesting point he made there. There are those people who are living in the United States who are also arguing with every other people. The United States experienced a lot of all these kind of impossibilities that really came possible. The black people, what the black people are able to achieve, that even up to today is a black man who is a president of the United States. It's because of the efforts, the impossibilities that they went through and made it possible also in that very land that we are among the white people. Just like the instance that our brother just gave now about a white girl who refused to come out of the bus. Up to the extent she was handcuffed, another person did it. They went to the court. Even at the time they were going to court, we were about to go into this court, a lot of black people had their doubts. A lot of the black people, they will call them even stupid for going to court. How do you feel that a white man was the driver of that bus? A white man came as a policeman, arrest you. A white people, they drove you to court. The white man is the judge. The white man is your lawyer. How do you think that they will give you justice? But they gave justice. Today, the black people are able to sit on the throne of leadership in United States of America. An impossibility. If you are coming with that idea, if you are looking at it at that very timid idea of this cannot be, it can never work. There is nothing impossible. If we believe we are Biafrans, like we also always say, we are the sons of God, why do you believe on impossibilities? Or your own saying you are the son of God is just by mere saying, by word of mouth, by pretending what you are not? If you believe your own words that you move from your mouth, you should be strong enough to use the powers that accompany these words, to know that they are real. If God says there is nothing impossible, if human beings has been able to prove to us there is nothing impossible, then we should be able to emulate these important examples of not accepting that there is nothing we cannot do. And the Biafran men and women have it in their hearts. We know that there is nothing we cannot do. We can change the face and the trend of events. We can make things to happen in the way we want them to, if we are given the chance. And this is a chance that not only that we are given, it is a chance that we give to ourselves to make this happen, to make Biafra a reality. It is only how are we going to do it. Some people believe in violence, some people believe in peace. But at this very time, even I will tell you, brothers and sisters, there is not even any plan of violence going on by any group. What we have in play by the Supreme Council, by the government, run by the Supreme Council of Elders, what we have in place is a plan to defend ourselves at any time we are being harassed, we are being attacked. There is nobody, be it anybody, you are director of Radio Biafra, there is nowhere in the world where a Radio Biafra fights war for a nation or for a people. We see that election is coming by February next year, just some couple of 4 months, and there is no money anywhere in that radio station. There is no arm deal anywhere. He is not the person who did the last arm deal we heard about in South Africa. These are even people, if they say if that was an arm deal or not, but these are people who are making efforts to something. We have not heard that there is a place our brother went to make any deal of any sort, and we are seeing the confusion now in his own empire, that there is problem going on. So it is now the time for all our brothers and sisters of Biafrans to gather around and rally around and walk up this movement on the very right and the courageous decision and the way that we have provided, that God has made us through the wise men of Biafra, through the strong men of Biafra, through the honest men of Biafra and the able men of Biafra. We've been able to create a government that we can live with. We've been able to come out with a policy statement that we can follow. We've been able to have structures like this very station that I'm running, like the Bvi Human Rights that has done their own job and is still doing more to take the Nigerian government to court. We are here in the station, we are talking to you every day. The Supreme Council of Elders are there on the ground taking care of all the movement and the mobilization that is going on in Biafra land. The diplomatic wing is there in the European world here, sending our message across to lands and countries where we are all living. So there is no other structure. The military wing is there in the village, combined with the area banner, with the people of Masob who have now come to recognize and reconcile themselves with the Supreme Council of Elders. They are all there now, combined as the military wing, and they are solidly and ready, waiting for anything. There are no other wings like the RBL military wing that is going to fight you any war. There is no preparation of any army anywhere. There is no contract to buy any arms, and no arms. We don't have any port in our own side that the arm will land. Tomorrow you donate your money, somebody will tell you that the Below Human Rights or the BVI have told the Biafran the Nigerian government to seize their arms. That is how you are going to get the story once you donate money and once you want to see where your money went. Just like the way our money is now on air about the transmitter. Nobody knows where it is. It is not bought and it can never be mounted, because we had the possibility through the belay, that same belay that all our people have been made to hate, to castigate, to think that they are of no use. That same belay human right that took the Nigerian government, the giant of Africa, to court, was ready and is ready anytime to get for us a transmitter license, which is the thing our almighty Nnamdi Kanu cannot get because of his attitude, because of his arrogance and ignorance. That is why we cannot be able to mount that transmitter today. That is why we can not be able to sensitize our people. That really means for us, the people back there in the ghettos, the people back there in the marketplaces, in the motor parks, in the offices. We cannot be able to get to them now, to bring them to order, to call them, because of the events that we are seeing happening in Nigeria. It could bust up anytime. If anything happens to 2015, how prepared are our people? Who will answer this question of not preparing our people is Nnamdi Kanu, because the aim of that transmitter was to get our people ready before this time. Now he is giving excuses. I don't know the excuse somebody wants to take, because the essence, the aim of that transmitter was not made, and is not made and can never be made. We contributed for that very transmitter so that by this time our voice will be sounding in all those dark corners of our land, where you can use battery and put into a radio, 4-finger battery. You have it in a radio and you'll be able to listen to the voice of the Biafran people. That was the essence of that very transmitter. But today we cannot do that. Today we are far behind our schedule because of that. Now we are going to take another procedures to be able to bring our people to the knowledge of what is going on. In case anything happens 2015, how prepared are we? Nnamdi will have to answer that question, because if we are delayed today, he delayed the gospel. The Bilia could have been able to do that as a human rights organization. That was what the plan is, that the human rights organization, having the right to sue the Nigerian government to court, will also have the right to get us a transmitter license. But our brother ran away with money, not considering the ball on the court. He ran away with what he could have, not knowing that he cannot be able to mount a transmitter without a license, knowing fully well that him as a person, Radio Biafra, will not be given the access to mount a transmitter on the borders or on the land of Biafra land. Only Bilia as a human rights organization can do that. But today he is there, propaganda against the Bilia, and still proving himself equal to mounting a transformer, which he knows, or transmitter, which he knows is impossible, and the time is late to do that. So brothers and sisters, please, wherever you are, know that Radio Biafra has done their job by motivating you, by inspiring you, the good ways they did it. Forget about all the other nonsense they said, they broadcast. propagandas about people, spoiling people's names, blowing matters out of proportions, creating news that doesn't really add up, boasting to have been the people that said so many things before people can do anything, because it's like anything that is done in Nigeria. Radio Biafra refused to understand that the time did not stand still when they were not there. Things were still moving, although sluggishly they were moving also in Nigeria. But today, Radio Biafra wants us to understand that anything that Nigerian government does, any speech made by Ohaneze, even by the BVI, by any reasonable institution, that it is Radio Biafra that made them do it. Before Radio Biafra is there, things have started moving. The world was frozen before Radio Biafra came. That's what Radio Biafra wants us to know. That is the whiter than white, that is the truer than true they are. Because if you believe that, I hear a lot of people, I speak with them, they say, if not for Radio Biafra saying this, saying that, Nigeria couldn't, the government couldn't have done that, or Hanese couldn't have done that, this couldn't have done this. It's because Radio Biafra is saying something. But people refuse to ask themselves the question, was the world standing still? Was the world frozen before? Was Nigeria frozen? Wasn't Nigerian people, although they are sluggish in their contracts, in their things they are doing, but they do things in their own pace, in their own foolish ways from time to time. The Ohanese make statements, challenge people, challenge authorities from time to time. It is not when they do it, Radio Biafra will come out and say it's because they said something, that is why something. That is the same thing they are going to tell you when we are going to take the action as the Biafran people, with you involved, with you included, when we do our game plan come 2015, when we achieve the success of Biafra, Radio Biafra will be there to tell you it's because he said. That's why we did. But thank God he's not going to have the opportunity to say it's because I did. That's why it happened. Because it's not going to be like that, because he's not going to do anything, he's not planning anything, he's only there to castigate people and to blame people. All the whole people, he say, these people are no longer on the movement. Owazirike, he say, has compromised. Radio BVI, he say, is working for the Hausa Boko Fulani. But the other day he said that the president has called for a dialogue. Then he called Owazirike to go for that dialogue. Somebody you confirm that has compromised, why do you want him to go? If you say you are the actual person in search of Biafra, you should be the actual person taking responsibility of any openings that comes out for the actualization of Biafra. You are not going to answer the president's dialogue call. You are not sending your own delegates. You are not responding to Boko Haram attacks, because among the sections you are also the man who believes in violence, the man who believes that Nigeria don't understand anything than violence. And there are people who you call stupid people, who you call they can't fight, who you say they have no power, fighting. And all you do, our brother do, is to stay on the radio, call those people foolish, call those people powerless. And the people you are calling powerless, you still call them killers. I don't know how somebody who is powerless can be a killer. He doesn't have power, but he's killing people, he's approaching. You that have a lot of power, you are the hero, you are only crying that he's killing you, and shouting every day and asking other people to go and attack him. At the same time, you want us to believe you are the hero, you are the warmonger, you are the strongest, you don't believe in anything than violence, you are not going to go by that, their own system of justice, peace and unity. I want our people to know that this is mislead in the highest order. This is complete mislead from somebody who is also misled himself. I thought our brother knew what he was doing. But I came to a point to realize that this guy has misled himself. It's like somebody missed the way and still insisting to people that followed him that he knows the way, when he knows he doesn't even know the road anymore. Namde, our brother, has come to the end of the road. You can see it on playing out on his own establishment. The Radio Biafra has a lot of ups and downs. You don't understand when they are at broadcast. You don't know when they are at war. There is always differences going on up and down in that station to show you there is no whiter than white. There is no any reasons for you to believe that they are taking you to war or to shoot any bullet in Nigeria. Nigerian election is February 2015, 4 months. So start to ask yourself, when exactly is this man going to shoot that bullet? When exactly is this man going to put that transmitter? How exactly has we finally lost the money of our cenotaph? All these are made possible courtesy of whiter than white. Zombie movement. A situation, a place where the people have no choice to say any word. That's why it became, and they crashed the way it just crashed. Any movement that is founded by zombie style, in a situation where the people lock up their eyes and walk sheepishly, hold their hands together and close their eyes, only to allow one man to have an eye open and lead them. This man, even they thought his eyes is open. I'm beginning to know that they thought their leader is have a one-eye man, because these are people who are living in the country of the blind, where one man eye is a king. But now in this situation, it's unfortunate. The leader is as if he lost his one eye, and all of them are sheepishly, blindly moving towards a deadly direction. I'm sorry for all our people. If your leader have lost his eyes, please, you have not lost your eye. He only tied something around your eyes. Move that fucking thing tied around your eye and turn around and join the movement, the way and the direction by which we will achieve Biafra. Brothers and sisters, I close this very show for today, and I hope that you all enjoy it and you all learn at least one thing, because every day we want you to be coming and going home with only a thing, a word that makes you feel satisfied, a word that makes you feel rich, a word that makes you think about what we are doing is our satisfaction. Once you can be able to derive that from us, we'll be pleased to be here every day, every now and then, to continue our gospel, to continue our preaching, to make sure that we do our best to give the best we can, and expecting also the same from you. Any help in any way you can give to us to make us bigger, to make us stronger, to make us prouder, to make us anything better than what we are before is highly and highly welcome. Mwachukwu Emmanuel, my name. As always, I remain your humble servant, father, son, and brother, uncle. Anything that has to do with being a man, I'm a man, I'm your son. So, brothers and sisters, we're closing for this night. I've said that maybe 3 times, but it doesn't allow me to go because I keep wanting to be with you. But I think it's high time I go and be with my wife. So, I say bye-bye, brothers and sisters, for tonight. Let me go and keep the woman that you people bless for me warm for the night, and I hope you do the same to your own lovely wives wherever you are. Those of you who are living with them in Europe here, those of you who have them back home, I hope that everything stay warm and comfortable in your families, because family for me means everything. Your blessing begins from how well you keep your family. Your blessing in anything you do. And if we have a lot of people who have the blessings of handling their families very well, if we have majority of us playing the man way, I bet me we are going to get to the Biafra, because everything we do in our lives counts to all we do in our lives. I don't know if you understand that. Everything we do in our lives counts and have to do with every other thing we have to do in our life. So brothers and sisters, this time I'm going to mean it, to say bye-bye and go. Tomorrow we'll be here again. We'll have a wonderful time again. So I'm going to repeat this broadcast for those of you who are just coming in, for those who would like to watch it again, for those who are just waking up. In any way, we do it always like this. When I finish the broadcast, we play it again for you people to love it, to get immune to it, to get addicted to the programs we do, because that's the only way we're going to get that success. Brothers and sisters, this time, ciao.